A powerful rainstorm last November made the commute treacherous along Interstate 15. Jason Muchmore was making sure he was watching the road very closely.
I looked up, and about 100 to 150 yards, I saw an SUV spin out on the road and nearly took out another car and then exited the road backwards off of the embankment. I didn't really understand the extent of what had happened in the accident until I got there and realized that there's an SUV upside down in a drainage ditch with the water coming down.
A family of 5 was trapped inside the SUV.
The woman was screaming and to get my children, and we were trying to pull them out of the water and the embankment because there was no way they could get out.
One by one, Muchmore and another Good Samaritan rescued the trapped children.
First one was probably a toddler, and then a teenager emerged from out of the back of the vehicle, kind of dazed, shook up, and then we had to get the baby out, or the smallest one.
Once all 3 children were out of the vehicle, they concentrated on freeing the mother and father.
The woman was trapped. She couldn't get out. Her seatbelt was locked, and she was upside down. So the other guy, he says, I can't get her out, I can't get her out. And then I just pulled out my knife and gave it to him. He cut her out, and then as soon as she got out, pulled her up. And then he went in the vehicle and was trying to pull the gentleman out of the vehicle, and he was trapped.
Muchmore and another Good Samaritan held the driver's head out of the water to prevent him from drowning until fire rescue crews arrived.
Water was rushing through the entire vehicle, and it was kind of a hairy situation.
Mr. Muchmore even helped firefighters as they tried to free the driver.
He also assisted us with things, logistical things like getting tools to us that we needed, and on top of that, when it came down to it and we finally were lifting the car off the gentleman's hand, he was right there with us.
Without hesitation or consideration for his own safety, Muchmore risked his life for complete strangers, a family who considers him a real hero.
He definitely put his life at risk several times during that incident, from initially when he pulled off onto the side of the freeway to getting into the drainage ditch with a large amount of water flowing and saving the family in the vehicle.
He's not getting paid. He has no obligation at all to go out of his way to put himself in harm's way and get in there and help out another fellow human being. I think he's totally a real hero.
I don't know what a hero is. I mean, I'm just a person, and if I was ever put in that situation, I would hope that someone would stop and help me.